Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and we are here with some NPCC Week 2 action, guys. So if you guys did not watch Week 1, make sure you guys go check that out. I'll possibly put a link or something so you guys could check that out, because I'm gonna talk a little bit about it right now. And as you guys did see last week, we kind of got hacked out Week 1 really badly. We lost 4-0, but it would have not been a 4-0 if we didn't get hacked out, and I think I could have won the game if we didn't get hacked out, period. So but you know, that's Pokemon. I probably did sound a little bit salty about it last week, and I'm sorry. It just really got to me that day. Wasn't a great day, but yeah, so it doesn't matter. It's last week, we lost. We just gotta think about this week and try to bring it back. And this week we are going up against my good friend the Pichu Bros. Make sure you check out his channel. His link will probably be in the description somewhere. And his team is the Adelaide Aggrons. This battle's probably gonna be up late. I'm actually recording it on Saturday, so it's probably gonna be on Sunday. Gonna be up Sunday, I should say, because we had the battle a little bit late. We had it like Friday night, and I had a lot of stuff to do after the battle. I had to do my TBU battle right after, and then after that I was kind of tired. I had to do some homework, so I didn't really have time to record and all that stuff. But we're here now. And yeah, so here's the battle. His team that he could have possibly brought was Necrozma, Silvally, Tornadus-therian, Donphan, Komala, Grambo, Hawlucha, Lucario, Ditto, Goodra, and Golisopod. He has the Z Crystal possibilities with Tornadus-therian, Hawlucha, and Goodra. So as we do look at the screen here, he brings Silvally, which I didn't know which type it was going to be. I was thinking it was going to be Dark, because that was the only thing that could actually kind of take on my Latias a little bit better. I can't just spam Psyshock, even though obviously Necrozma can come in. It can't really do much to me. It can set up Calm Minds, but I do have Roar on my Latias to switch that thing out of here. But nothing else really wants to take a Psyshock too well from my Latias after a while. Let's just keep getting chipped too much. He bought the Goodra, which I knew he was gonna bring, because Goodra's an amazing check to Tapu Bulu, because it does get Sap Sipper. Thunder is an amazing threat. It's extremely scary. Thunder is just a big threat. I have it in TBU, so I know that it pretty much destroys every single team, every single matchup. Thunder just always has a great matchup. And Necrozma, extremely scary. This thing is just a problem. If it sets up Calm Minds, it can destroy our team. We do have Latias that can easily eat up a +1 Dark Pulse and roar this thing out, and I can heal up on the majority of his team pretty much, like Silvally and things like that. I could heal up on that. I could heal up on Donphan, and he does have Donphan. I was expecting either Donphan or Komala, but I thought Donphan would have been better. So he does bring it. He brings Lucario, which is another big threat. So he's full of big threats. Necrozma, Thundurus, Lucario, and Silvally, you know, Parting Shot is just really annoying, so it's gonna be tough. So that's his team. I'm gonna go over my team a little bit. I don't really do team builders for this league, because we don't have to, and I'd rather keep my sets hidden. So, because we do battle Pichu Bros again. We battle a lot of the people we battle in this league. We battle them twice because they're in our group, and this is a division match. So we need to win this one, because he lost his first game and I lost my first game. So if we want to take that second place spot, it would be very nice if we do win this. So like I said, I'm not gonna go over my team. I'll probably go over it while I'm actually in the battle, so you guys do know what I did end up bringing. Let me see. I might just go over a little bit, not crazy. So we do have a very powerful Tornadus-therian. We have a especially defensive Latias. We have Tapu Bulu. You know, Tapu Bulu is just a base. Nidoking, Cofagrigus, and Entei. So Thundurus actually does so much work to his team. Once we get that Goodra really weakened, it does a lot of work to his team. Even did I say Thundurus? Tornadus does a lot of work. Even though his Thundurus does resist Hurricanes, it still hits really hard, and Lucario just gets bopped by it, and so does Donphan and Silvally. So I was thinking my lead will probably be the Tornadus. I wanted to leave with Tornadus because it just puts a lot of pressure on his team. I can U-turn out on whatever comes in. I would not risk it against Thunders. If he led with Thunders, I would not risk U-turn, because he could be Scarfed and just wipe us out right there. And then I would probably just switch into my Latias or something, or even my Nidoking, could be a switch, because Nidoking, it does some good work, but I don't really need it too much here. It does a lot of damage to Goodra, which will be good. It does a lot of damage to Thundurus if he's stuck in Thunderbolt or something. Kills Lucario with Earth Power. Destroys Donphan, so it does do a lot of work, but it's not like a win condition for me. Like I can play around with it to scout out for sets and things like that. I believe we do have Stealth Rocks on my Nidoking, and as we do see, Donphan's the only thing that can Rapid Spin for him. So if he does come in with anything else, I'm either gonna set up Toxic Spikes with Cofagrigus or Stealth Rocks with Nidoking, which would be very nice because then it'll force his Donphan to spin. If he comes in on rocks, it'll break his 30 and things like that, and Tapu Bulu can just come in on a rapid spin, and we could spin block with Cofagrigus, so that's very nice. He doesn't have a defog or anything like that, so yeah. So I do lead off with my Tornadus. I didn't know what he was gonna lead off with. I was thinking either Silvally or possibly the Thundurus or the Donphan, but Thundurus or Silvally I thought would be the best. And once again, Citra quality looking real nice. So we lead with Twista. Twista is the one that missed Hurricanes last week, and I was hoping Twista will bring it back this week. It is a really nice win condition for us, so I was hoping he wouldn't mess up this time. I was really hoping. So turn 1, I click Hurricane because Silvally can't really touch us, and it does about like 93% to the Silvally, so that would have been a big threat almost out of the way, and we do miss turn 1, so I was just like, of course, what else can I expect by now? So he does go for the parting shot. Would have been really nice if we did hit that Hurricane, because it does like I said, about 90% to this Silvally, and Silvally already being a 90% in turn 1 would be so nice because we can easily revenge kill it with anything, and we can easily stop the parting shot, which is an annoying thing because parting shot mixed with Necrozma is extremely scary. So here I had to switch out because I am a Choice Specs Tornadus, so I do not want to risk him setting up Calm Minds and me missing Hurricanes, and I'm -1, well, neutral special attack because I am Specs, but I go into my Latias because it is my dedicated check to this thing. If he has Dark Pulse, it does not even do 50%, I do believe. To me with leftovers, I'm definitely good. I'm clean. I'm not gonna get hit too hard. So I'm just gonna click Roar here. He probably thought I was a trick Latias because as you see here, he is gonna switch out. I do believe he switches out here. He switches out into a Silvally, as we'll see here, which is a good switch because I don't think we can trick the memory that Silvally picks up, but I am not a trick Latias. I am just a Roar Latias. It's much better against the Necrozma because trick, if I fail once, it's pretty much over. So I go for the Roar because I did not want to let Necrozma set up, and it goes into his Goodra, and I was scared of this Goodra because offensive Goodra with Z move or Choice Specs can really hurt my team. So here I make a risky switch into my Nidoking. I know that's bad, but I would have lived a Draco Meteor, and I could have got a lot of damage on anything on his team here because nothing wanted to take any of the Sheer Force, Life Orb boosted things, attacks from Nidoking. I did not want to risk my Latias in case he was Specs because my Latias could live if it wasn't Specs, but I would die if he was Specs. And he goes for the Draco, and if he's not Specs, then I am supposed to live this, and Nidoking could get a big hit off on this Goodra with the Ice Beam, and he actually does kill me because I get critted. So once again, NPCC is being bad luck for us already. We miss a Hurricane, we get critted like what, turn 3 or 4, so that's really bad. Nidoking goes down. I know it was risky to go into Nidoking, but like I said, I did the calc. If he Specs, it would kill it, and then I would know he Specs, and I could go into Tapu Bulu. If he wasn't Specs, it would have not killed, and we could have got some big damage off on his team and started to chip away at his team. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I go into Tornadus here, twist out the Tornado, and I go for a nice little Hurricane. And this is not a switch, and if we hit this Hurricane, this thing is gone unless it's sashed. I don't know why he went into Lucario. He probably could have went into something else. I don't know. I guess he was sacking it off, but Lucario is an extremely scary threat, and Tornadus just says bye-bye to this Lucario, gets smacked in the face, and now it's gone. So that's very nice. Finally, Tornadus hitting some Hurricanes when it's really important. So he goes into it in the Necrozma. Once again, I do not want to risk me missing Hurricanes, this thing setting up Calm Minds, and then me just getting swept. So I go into my Latias. I know this time he knows I am not a trick Scarfer or anything like that. So I'm sure he's gonna go either for Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse after the Calm Mind. But he needs to Calm Mind, because if he doesn't, Dark Pulse really doesn't do anything to me. I can just roar him out or heal up and stuff like that. As long as he doesn't get the flinch with Dark Pulse or the special defense drop with Shadow Ball, our Latias is sitting really nice here, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So he does actually go for the +1 Dark Pulse, and I'm hoping we don't get flinched. I'm like, we already had 2 pieces of hacks this match. Please don't get flinched, Latias. And look how much Latias takes from that. That is nice. Latias a +1 calm-minded Dark Pulse from Necrozma, and we actually live on more than 50%, which is crazy. So we just roar out Necrozma, which is important. And it comes this thing. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I think here I do just roost up, possibly. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I do just roost up, because I want to keep this thing healthy against the Necrozma, so it can't just beat us one-on-one. And I could come in on another calm-minded Dark Pulse. So I'm pretty sure I go for roost here. Possibly. We'll see. I might have gone for Side Shock. I don't know. But he does have the Ice Beam, which sucks, but it only does it around like 26 to 33%, which isn't too bad. Latias can live that pretty well. And I go for the Toxic here. I thought he was possibly gonna switch into Goodra or Necrozma. So I went for the Toxic, which was kind of bad, but we can heal up on Donphan. We can heal up on a lot of things on his team, so it's not that big of a deal. And here I thought he might go for the Parting Shot, but I thought he might have wanted to go for the kill right off the bat, but I don't think it would have killed us. So Roost probably would have been the better play here after this leftover recovery. I don't think Ice Beam killed. Yeah, it was probably a roll. Like I said, it did like 26 to 33%. But we have this thing, Toxic, and that's very nice, very nice. So Valley is now Toxic, which is good and dandy. So, I switch out here. I do believe I go into, I forget who I go into actually. Okay, I go into Entei to take pretty much any attack he wanted to hit us with. Entei is very, very strong, very powerful, and is extremely bulky with like a base 115 HP. So I could take anything. I was hoping he'd go for Ice Beam and not Parting Shot. But of course, Pichu is a very, very good player, and he's gonna go for the Parting Shot. He's gonna know I'm not gonna either stay in with Latias, or he can't really one-on-one my Latias. So he does Parting Shot my Entei, which sucks, because now we do... I am a banded Entei, so now we are back to neutral attack, which kind of sucks, but... I believe his best switch is Donphan. And he does go to the Donphan, which makes sense, because Donphan is scary. But I'm either thinking he's gonna go for Rocks or Poison Jab to catch my Tapu Bulu switch in from the Earthquake, because Earthquake is way too obvious. So I should stay in and go for Sacred Fire, because either way Earthquake does not kill me. I think it does max like 80-something% to my Entei, and I do get the burn on the Donphan. So that was very, very nice play on my part, because now his Donphan is burned. It can do a lot of damage. He does go for Poison Jab, which is good. I read that one pretty well. I didn't want my Entei to get too hurt, but I could have risked it. Like I said, I would have lived. And he does get a crit, so that's crazy. That's 2 crits already. That's pretty amazing. I get critted a lot. I really don't know why. I think it's... I don't know. I don't know why. I really cannot understand why. So, I'm telling you now, I don't get any crits this whole game. So, in the past... what, 2 games I've got critted 5 times and I've got no crits. That's crazy. But I switch out of my Latias thinking he might go into he might go for Earthquake this turn. But he's dedicated to stay in and not let my Tapu Bulu get a free switch. Even though I can live the Poison Jab with Tapu Bulu, because he is now burned, so it does about like 40%, 45%, somewhere around there. And I just go into Latias because I knew I could live anything. I could live a knockoff, I could live a Poison Jab, I could live Earthquake. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Latias can just come in here really nice, and I'm just gonna go for Roost. I do believe I go for Roost this time. Just in case he stayed in, I didn't want to go for Toxic and waste the turn and let my Latias get hurt even more. So I'm just gonna go for the Roost, and he's gonna go into his Goodra. So Goodra's extremely scary to my team. Like I said, this thing was the biggest threat. I really don't have the best switch-ins if he specs. I was not able to tell if he was specs or not against Nidoking, because like I said, I went into Nidoking just to test out what this Goodra is, and I got critted, so I have no idea what it is. It could still be Z-move, it could be specs, and like I said, specs Draco Meteor kills our Latias, so This thing is just a big problem. Cofagrigus can take a Draco Meteor, but then after that, I'll probably die to another Draco Meteor. So I didn't want to just switch into Cofagrigus. So I make the play into Tapu Bulu, because I can obviously easily take the Draco Meteor because I am a fairy type and it does not affect Tapu Bulu. So that's all nice and dandy. And then if he goes for Sludge Bomb here, then that'd be crazy. But he doesn't need to, because he can play it safe, go for Draco, and outspeed my Bulu. Because I can't really do much to Goodra regardless. He can outspeed my Bulu and then go for Sludge Bomb next turn. So the reason I did this was because I didn't want to get Cofagrigus to get hit by a Draco, and I'm gonna switch out here because I know he's gonna go for Sludge Bomb, and now I can easily switch into my Cofagrigus because I just wanted a free switch into my Cofagrigus. I didn't want to take a Draco Meteor, take a lot of damage. I knew he would go for Sludge Bomb this turn. He is not gonna go for another Draco Meteor when Tapu Bulu is right in front of him. So I just made those double switches just to get Cofagrigus in for free. I was hoping I didn't get poisoned here, and luckily we don't. And we're gonna get that grassy terrain and leftovers recovery up real nice. And here I do believe I get to set up my toxic spikes, which is awesome because it will just help whittle down his team, like his Necrozma, his Goodra, his Donphan's already burned, his Silvali's already toxic. What else does he have? Thundurus obviously is not gonna get hit by it. Thundurus is still looking like a big threat here. I just kept staring at Thundurus. I'm like, what is he gonna do with this Thundurus? Because he still did not bring it in. So he's gonna go for a Draco Meteor, and this is why I didn't want to switch into a Draco Meteor to begin with, because as you see, it does a good chunk of damage, and the second Draco Meteor could have possibly killed me. It probably would have been a roll. Possibly not with the grassy terrain and leftovers, but if I would have went into Cofagrigus before, I would have not had grassy terrain recovery. So you know. So I'm just gonna go for my toxic spikes. Like I said, Donphan cannot spin on my Cofagrigus because I am a ghost type. I am not affected by the rapid spin because it is a normal type move. So Cofagrigus in here looking real nice. Getting some leftovers health, getting some grassy terrain, and Cofagrigus is putting in the work. All Cofagrigus is here to do is to take on Lucario, which Lucario's already did, and to set up toxic spikes to help me whittle down his team as much as possible. So he's gonna switch out his Goodra because he knows he can't really do much. And I should have went for the Pain Split here. I think I go for the Hex and it doesn't kill this thing. The better play would have been Pain Split because I would have got a lot of health back from Goodra. I would have got health back from this Silvally. I thought he might have gone into Donphan, that's why, but it makes sense he doesn't because Hex would have done a lot of damage to Donphan also. And now this thing is just getting some health back, getting some nice health back. And yeah, so we're just staring in front of this thing, and I do believe he goes for the Flamethrower. I think I should stay in and set up another layer of spikes. I was really scared to go for Hex. I was scared of that Necrozma. I was thinking it might have been a weakness policy Necrozma, and I did not want it to come in on a Hex. Since I already revealed it, it would have done a lot of damage to it, but then it would have been at +2 special attack, and that would have been scary for my team to try to handle. Tornadus would have been able to kill it, revenge kill it, but if I missed the Hurricane, we would have been just pretty much screwed. So I stay in and just play the safe game and go for another layer of spikes. Toxic spikes, I should say. So now whatever comes in, like Goodra, cannot just stay in because it's gonna keep getting toxic damage racked on. So that was the plan with Cofagrigus. So the plan of Cofagrigus worked out pretty well. And I think here he goes for the parting shot. So I believe he does go for the parting shot here, and I go for the Pain Split because I did not want to switch out my Cofagrigus. I don't really need it anymore. It's a really low amount of health. It's not going to switch into Goodra anymore at all. And yeah, it just gets set up on by Necrozma too. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. If he's weakness policy, it gets set up on, which is really bad. Because it does have Dark Pulse, so we'll die to +1 Dark Pulse. We'll probably even die to a regular Dark Pulse. Not 100% sure, but like I said, Cofagrigus is not important anymore because it is such a low health that it's, like I said, I just need to leave it in here. So here we go. Here we see. Here we're gonna see. So yeah, he does go for the parting shot, which makes sense. And I was hoping he switched into Goodra or something like that. which he actually does not, as you'll see. He is gonna switch into the Dawn itself, the Dawn fan. I'm getting a little carried away because this thing is so slow, man. I speeded up Citra even faster than I did the other weeks, and it's still going so slow. It's wild, it's wild. But he goes into the Dawn, and Pain Split is actually really not gonna do anything because we're around the same amount of health. I think I do have more HP though. Yeah, we hurt it a little bit, so with Burn and Pain Split, it gets whittled down a bit. Here, I don't know. I was thinking here he was just gonna go for either Knockoff or Earthquake to try to kill off my Coffee. Even though Earthquake would have not killed, Knockoff still probably would have not killed because Dawn Fan is burned. So I knew I could live a Poison Jab from this thing right here. So I switched into my... I didn't think he'll go for Poison Jab because Cofagrigus can eat that up so easily. And I go into my Tapu Bulu thinking he might go for the Earthquake or the Knockoff, like I said. But he actually goes for the Poison Jab. He really did not want me to have a free switch into Tapu Bulu, as it looks, as you can see here. Because, I don't know. Like, he just keeps clicking Poison Jab. And it's a smart play because Tapu Bulu is extremely scary. Not many things can switch into. Like I said, Goodra could switch into it, but maybe I could Toxic it or get hit by the Toxic Spikes anyways. He could go for Sludge Bomb and things like that, but he doesn't want my Bulu to have a free switch in. And here, I do believe I should switch back. I was scared that he might be like Scarfed or something like that, because he has been stuck on one move the whole time, I do believe. So I'll just switch back out into my Cofagrigus, I think. I forget. The max starts getting a little iffy around here. I should have probably rewatched it, but I'm just trying to remember what I did. But yeah, I do switch back into Cofagrigus because I knew I'd be able to take a Poison Jab. But he actually goes for Ice Charge, so that's actually really good. I don't think that would have killed me though, because he is burned. Ice Charge's not that strong, and like I said, he's burned. So I think Tapu Bulu would have been able to eat that up pretty easily. But Cofagrigus is able to eat that up even better, so that's always nice. That's always nice. And because he was probably trying to get some Ice Star damage, and then with Wood Hammer, my Bulu would probably die. So it's a good play, I guess. I'm not 100% sure what's going through his head after that, but it makes sense because Bulu would have outsped and it would have killed his Dawn Fan, and he would have got no chip damage off at all besides the Wood Hammer damage. So, man, this thing is so slow. I need to speed it up even more because I can pretty much say everything I need to say in between the time that this thing is taking forever. So, he's gonna go for the Poison Jab, and I do believe I should go for the Hex here. I have to go for the Hex. I'll be shocked. And I think here he gets the Poison. I do believe. So yeah, I was hoping I wouldn't get poisoned. I know he went for a lot of Poison Jabs and I didn't get poisoned, but I was hoping this last one I would not get poisoned. I'm about to drink some water in between these gaps. So we do get the Mummy ability on the Dawn Fan, which is completely useless because his 30 is already broken. We go for Hex, and this should be able to kill off the Dawn Fan because it's not really specially defensive and it's powered up because he is burned. So, Jazz Hand's doing some work. Jazz Hand killing off the Dawn Fan, which is always nice. And Cofagrigus is getting its first kill, I do believe, of the regular season. So Cofagrigus, good job. High five. So, next, I forget who he goes into. Who does probably Goodra. I wouldn't be shocked if he went into Goodra. Maybe Silvally. Oh, he goes into Thundurus. Okay, so this was when Thundurus was just an extremely scary threat to our team. I just stayed in and I went for Hex because I didn't want him to just Nasty Plot and get a free Nasty Plot off pretty much. Here's where I kind of did wish I had Shadow Ball because it will do more to this Thundurus. And the thing is that I know he's Nasty Plot. As long as he's not Double Dance, I should be able to kill this Thundurus, revenge kill it with Tornadus and Entei, combination of the both. But I'll have to sack my Cofagrigus. I'll have to sack my my Entei also. So you know that's not really the best, not the best for us. But So here I am just gonna leave my Copper Gigas in. Like I said, I need to get damage off. If he goes for another Nasty Plot and I get, or even an Agility and I get some damage off on, one more Hex off on this Thunder, then it is in range for my Entei's Extreme Speed. So if he wants to do that misplay and go for Agility or another Nasty Plot, then he can, but he's gonna play it safe, obviously. Like I said, the Pichu Bros is a very good player, so he's not dumb, and he's just gonna go for the Thunderbolt, and he's gonna wipe us out here. So, like I said, I have to go into my Entei here because Air Slash from my Tornadus is not gonna kill this thing at this range, and we do outspeed, but it's not gonna kill. So we have to go into Entei and sack it pretty much. Sadly, Entei once again gets killed, and it sucks because I want Entei to do work. I don't think I've been using it bad, but just in the situations I've been in, I had to sack it pretty much. I got a kill last week, so that's pretty nice, but I do go for the Extreme Speed, and if it wasn't for Entei, then this thing pretty much would have just kind of killed our whole team, truthfully, because the Extreme Speed was priority. I don't know if that was a roll. I think I might have actually got a max roll. I'm not sure. I don't know how much HP he had on his Thunders. If it was a low roll, that sucks because Entei would have still been alive and would have been able to pressure his team so much. So it probably I don't know. I did the calc, but I forget exactly what it was. So now I can just go into my Tornadus. I was thinking of going for Air Slash, but I instead went for U-turn just to get better momentum against his team. I just thought in case he switched. But if I did go for Air Slash, I would have been able to kill this Silvally, and that probably would have been a little bit better to do. But I can safely go into my Latias. I do believe I go into my Latias after this. Sorry, I had to yawn. But like I said, he is Silvally Fire, so he's going to take nothing from that. Because Silvally is pretty bulky. He has 95 base, everything. So that's pretty bulky. And yeah, I go into my Latias because I do know he has Ice Beam, but I'm at a really high amount of health, and I can pretty much just stall out this Silvally. As much as I don't want to do it, I'm just gonna stall out this Silvally. I'm just gonna keep roosting up on his Ice Beams because it only does 30 to 26% damage. Even if I crit, he can't kill me, he can't beat me because I'm gonna constantly keep roosting, and the Toxic is just gonna kill it off. So with Toxic damage, it's actually gonna be a kill for a Latias here. So as long as we don't get frozen, which is a possibility because you guys already know I get hacks like crazy. I already got critted twice here. Got a Poison Jab, Poison, missed Hurricane, so that, you know, it's possible for me to get frozen, but spoilers, thank God we don't get frozen. And we can just roost up and wait for this Silvally to slowly die. Like I said, I don't wanna play this stall game, but I have to keep my Latias healthy. That's the only way I can win the game against his Necrozma and his Goodra. So I have to keep this thing healthy, 100% healthy. So we are gonna keep going for Roost. There's a bug. Get away, bug. Alright, so we're gonna have to keep going for Roost against this Silvally, and I think one more Toxic, one more Poison damage should kill this thing, I think. We'll see. But he's gonna go for the Ice Beam. And Latias is not gonna get frozen. Thank goodness, Latias. Man, I was so scared that it was gonna freeze us. I was extremely scared it was gonna freeze us. These next few turns are gonna take a little while because it's gonna take a good while because, like I said, I'm Toxic stalling this Silvally, and when Goodra comes in, it's gonna get hit by 2 layers of Toxic Spike. So I'm also gonna Toxic stall the Goodra. As long as I don't get critted, I should be able to Toxic stall the Goodra, and then I should be able to take on the Necrozma, hopefully. But we'll see here. We'll see. So it does go down to Toxic, and that's a kill for Latias, which is pretty cool. I actually wrote down that was a kill for Cofagrigus because I thought it got poisoned thanks to Toxic Spikes. But here he goes into his Thunders. I totally forgot he still had his Thunders. But he goes into his Thunders. Here I'm just gonna sack my Tapu Bulu. I had a feeling he had the Z move, the Black Hole Eclipse one, to kill my Latias. So I wasn't gonna risk Latias in there because Tapu Bulu doesn't do anything. It gets outsped by Goodra. It gets outsped by Necrozma. So there's no reason of keeping Tapu Bulu alive anymore. I also feel bad of Tapu Bulu dying because this thing is just an incredible mon, and I have not been able to do too much work with it. But I'm pretty sure it should be. I'll be able to do work with it. It just has not been the best the past 2 weeks, especially last week where I got hacked on the really low roll. It would have pretty much got 4 or 5 kills in a row Tapu Bulu last week, but I got a really low roll and that didn't happen, so you know, that's something I can't control. So he's gonna go for the Black Hole Eclipse. I actually do live this, which is pretty crazy because I was like under 50%. I know it's not very effective, but Thunders has such a high special attack stat, and this thing turns to like base 1, I don't know, 80 or something like that attack, or 160. I'm not sure, whatever. That's still a lot, and I actually do live it, which is pretty crazy. I knew I wasn't gonna live whatever he was gonna go for next, which I thought would probably be Sludge Bomb. So we already seen agility. We've seen Nasty Blow, we've seen Dark Pulse, and we've seen Thunderbolt. He's gonna go for Thunderbolt here, which is fine. I was kind of hoping I'd live it. I was like, oh man, if I live this, that'd be kind of cool. But we don't live it. We ain't living that. And Tapu Bulu goes down, and I can just go into my Tornadus here, which is what we go into. And I'm obviously not gonna risk a Hurricane. I'm never gonna do that again. Risk a Hurricane when something like this can just wipe my whole team away. So I'm just gonna go for the U-turn here. Kill off the Thundurus. And it's funny because when I was doing the match, I actually thought he lived this for a second. Like the bar was going down so slow, I thought that he lived that last little bar of HP. But obviously, it's not gonna live it because he was like on 1 or 2 HP. So, Tornadus comes back, and I go into my Latias, which is the last 2 months I do have my Tornadus and Latias. So I have no choice but to go into my Latias, which can actually 1v1 the Goodra, because we did find out that it's not a Specs Goodra because it did go for Draco Meteor and for Sludge Bomb against my Tapu Bulu. And we know it's not a Z-move Goodra because his Thunders already went for the Black Hole Eclipse. So we're pretty much good to once again try to stall this Goodra. Like I said, we're gonna have these few turns are gonna take a while. He goes for Sludge Bomb. I don't know why he went for Sludge Bomb here. I guess he didn't want to drop his special attack, but Sludge Bomb doesn't do anything at all. And we're just gonna be able to pretty much stall out this Goodra. And next turn he does go for the Draco Meteor. So we'll see. Yeah, I gotta speed this thing up. This is extremely slow. It's pissing me off. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna go for Roost constantly. He is gonna drop the Draco. He does not miss it, which I'm not shocked. So here comes the Draco. The animation for Draco Meteor is pretty dope. I like that. And we do live, like I said, we should be able to live unless we got critted, which would have really sucked if we got critted. And here we roost up once again, and the next Draco Meteor should not be able to kill us. And this is a really fast Goodra. As you do see, it outspeeds our Latias because he is going first and we are, which is actually, you know, it's not bad at all, because we're at a really good health. Grassy terrain is doing enough to get us into good range of health. And like I said, our Latias will be able to Toxic Stall this Goodra until it dies from Toxic, unless I get critted, which is always a possibility. It's always a possibility. I already got critted twice. There's definitely another possibility of me getting critted 3 times. So yeah, hopefully we can Toxic Stall this thing. Midway through this whole encounter, I was thinking, wait, if I Toxic Stall this Goodra and Necrozma comes in, I can't roar it out because there's no other Pokemons he has. So I was like, he could actually beat me if I Toxic Stall this Goodra. And right when I was thinking that, actually he got a crit. So it killed my Latias. So I was like, oh, of course I'm gonna get critted. But it was actually better off, because if I Toxic Stalled the Goodra to the point where Goodra died, Necrozma could have came in, set up Calm Minds. I can't really touch the Necrozma at all because all I do have is Roost. What do I have? I have Roost. I think I had Toxic, Psyshock, and Roar. So I do go for a Hurricane here because I have to kill this Goodra. And I don't know. I was like, I had no hope of winning this at this point, because sure, Tornadus could win it for us, but that depends on me hitting every single Hurricane from now on, which I did not think I was gonna hit, because Hurricane is it's a move that's just, it's not reliable whatsoever. It's really strong stab move, but it's not reliable whatsoever. So Goodra dies to Toxic. That's another kill for Cofagrigus. And now it's Necrozma versus Necrozma versus Tornadus. If I hit all my unless what was I saying? So if I hit this Hurricane, then I win. If I hit the next 2 Hurricanes, I win because it is not strong enough to take 2 Hurricanes even after 1 Calm Mind after the first Hurricane. So I was hoping I hit my Hurricanes here. So I go for Hurricane. Obviously, I am stuck into Hurricane. We go for Hurricane. Let's see. And we missed. So that sucks. I was like, alright, so I have no hope of winning this really. All he has to do is Calm Mind and then just kill us off pretty much. So here we go. Necrozma. It's extremely scary mon. This thing is really scary. It's definitely a top tier mon. People used to say to ban it, and I was like, nah, don't ban it. It's not that overpowered. It really is though. I actually take that back, and he actually nicknamed it ban this. So we go for a Hurricane here. I'm hoping I hit, and I do hit. I'm hoping I get that 30% confusion because I've missed 2 Hurricanes already this match, which is 30% chance to miss. So I'm hoping I could get a 30% chance confusing, and I don't. And here I was not expecting to live the Psychic, so I was like, yeah, bye-bye Tornadus. And I actually live on 6 HP. So I was like, that is wild. So if I hit this Hurricane, I win the game, and I had no hope, but I do hit the Hurricane. I was hoping I didn't get a low roll because after 2 Calm Minds, he could live, but, well, 1 Calm Mind. I do get the Hurricane. Enough damage to kill off the Necrozma, and we do win week 2 of NPCC. It was a really close game. It would have not been that much of a close game if my Tornadus did hit the other Hurricane against Silvally, because Silvally kind of was a little bit annoying. But if we did hit that Hurricane before, it would have not been this close of a game. But whatever, we do get the win, and that's awesome. So now we are we are 1-1 with a -3 differential because last week we got bopped because of hacks. But we gotta bring it back. Next week we battle who do we battle? We battle Minnesota Wild Charge, I do believe is their name, and the coach is Sharp Dress Gaming, and my matchup against him is terrible. So that's gonna be a really tough battle to win, but hopefully we can win it. I already have my team ready and all that. I've been prepping ahead. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you are still supporting Munchlaxster United. Hopefully we can make it far in NPCC. I do have a lot of hope, even though hacks has been pretty bad for me so far. But whatever, if we can bring it back, I have a pretty rocking team that I do enjoy. So, thank you guys again for watching. And like always, guys, make sure you do leave a like. And if you are new, make sure you subscribe, because that's always extremely nice to have. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you are happy that we got the win. So like always, guys, you guys have a beautiful day. Enjoy it all, and peace out.